Hey, she is the CEO of H.E. Freeman Enterprises, which provides credit repair services to help people restore their credit rating. She is an energetic speaker, author, personal finance expert, and freelance writer. Her knowledge and tips have helped her diverse clientele restore their credit, learn how to manage their finances, and get this is the part I like, totally out of debt. Please welcome to the show, without further ado, Miss Harrine Freeman. Miss Freeman, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I am outstanding. Thank you so much. I know we had a little small snafu, but we got it worked out. So thank you so much. And we're going to jump right in if it's okay. So I want to ask as many questions as possible. And by the way, if you have a question out there you'd like to ask our guest today, and you're going to need to do this, I'm sure a lot of us need it, go ahead and dial in 917-932-1078, hit the number 1, and I'll see your hand raised. Ms. Freeman, let me ask you this. What got you interested in credit in the first place? What drove you down this road?
Well, Clark, I actually drove myself down this road. I got into debt when I went into college. You know how the credit card companies lure college students to sign up for credit cards. So that's how I got started. I had one, and then I had 2 and 3, and I ended up having 13 credit cards by the time I was a senior in college.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up being $19,000 in debt.
Yeah, that's a lot to come out of college just on credit alone. Wow. You know, but there's so many college students that get into that downward spiral, being freshly new. But we're going to get to some questions about the newness of individuals. But let me ask you this. Someone told me, I've heard a lot about credit, and, you know, especially with the downward plight of America, you hear so much about, is credit a tool or curse? So I said, let me ask an expert, someone who's been in the field for many years. So in your opinion, is credit a tool or a curse?
Actually, Clark, credit is a tool. Credit is a tool, but since the recession and since the different financial crises people have experienced, credit is actually for those who don't need money. And I hate to say it, but that's the whole premise of credit. You're not supposed to use it to pay your bills. You're not supposed to use it to go on a vacation. You're not supposed to use it to, go on a shopping spree or things like that. You're only supposed to use it to help continue to build your credit and maintain good credit. But the problem is that many people have lived off their credit cards for understandable reasons, because they lost their job or they got sick. But some people use their credit cards just to have fun or just to buy something that they wanted to get, instead of saving their money, working hard for it, and purchasing the item when they had the cash. And so that's why so many people may feel that it is a curse. You really have to be disciplined with using a credit card, and most Americans are not.
Very true. That's the truest statement I've ever heard. Most Americans are not. But here's why I think my next question is probably based on why I think we aren't. Since it is a tool, how does a person, especially a young one, like you said, college students get bombarded with these, these almost requests that they can't deny to get a card. How do we get the education to learn how to use it properly in the beginning stages instead of at the end? And I found there's little thought given to prevention, only reestablishment of credit.
Well, that's a great question, Clark, and I really think that the government, nonprofit agencies, and community groups should pressure the credit card companies to provide financial literacy education programs to students throughout their education before they even get to college. If you're lucky enough to have parents who are good with managing their money, definitely model your parents' behavior. If you were not fortunate enough to have parents who could educate you about finances, how to manage your money, and how to use credit, then I encourage all of the high school students and college students to educate yourself. There's tons of information on the internet, on yahoo.com, msn.com, cnn.com. They all have personal finance sites that give you a wealth of information about credit cards, how to find the best rate, how to use a credit card, how to budget your money and manage your money. So sometimes we have to take the bull by the horns and be responsible ourselves and develop skills for ourselves so that we don't get into financial crisis or end up having bad credit or having thousands of dollars of debt when we graduate school.